we go, Gwen, down at Mars. And she's put Eraser into a nice new pot. Past pond is looking good now. It's just been told I got to put a bit of weight on this on Mars puffing because he keeps tipping over. Bless him. But just been down, done the Tempest, done that one, got that all up and running. Been down with the micro. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Twisted Koi. How are we doing out there, cupcakes, on this glorious Sunday afternoon? And you, every single one of you, all of my subscribers and viewers out there, I see you all and I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. But yeah, been down to Mars because the Kajaku has been trying to play Free Willy, and the Deutsche Renji thing is sulking and has got a heavy mucus coat. So I've been down, scraped, we found flukes and we found a bit of Chilodonella. Can't do anything about the Chilo at the moment because we haven't got any malachite green and formalin, but we have got fluke P, so that's gone in, and we've got Mark's got enough for another dose, and we're going to go and get her sorted out with some malachite green and formalin as well, so we can knock the Chilodonella on the head dead. But yeah, and then I will be back at the towers for round 2 to see if I can do a better job than I did the other day. I mean, the poor Tempests have been working overtime. I mean, I have been cleaning them twice a day at the moment, and I mean, they're both filling up with shit, that's for sure. So yeah, but the pond is looking a little clearer. It's looking a lot clearer than it did, even though I dare say that once I start putting the net in there, it will lift up a load of shit off the bottom that hasn't been pulled in by the bottom drain. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, I've got some netting to make some new nets, but that'll have to wait till Wednesday, because then I can go down to Wicks, because Wednesday's payday. So we can go down to Wicks, get some 22mm push fit fittings, and we can make some floating nets. Talking about floating nets, I came down this morning, opened up the Frankenstein pond to feed Susan's little ones, and there's 2 fish swimming about in there. No fry left. Oh, and yesterday I even put some pipe lagging around the outside edge to stop that from happening. And what makes it worse is Susan coming from work and she's gone, "What the fuck, where they?" And I told her, she's like, "They were there when I went to work because I fed them." Oh, I feel like shit, but this is one of the problems of raising or trying to raise fry in another tank with other fish, as well as the possible ailment problems that you could transfer, which is why Rick always recommends that if you're going to keep and grow fry, you keep them in a separate body of water until they get to a size where they're able to cope with everything else that they're going to get bombarded with when they get moved to another body of water. So yeah, anyway, I will go and put this away, and I'll pick you lot back up at the towers.
The next day, tomorrow.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Twisted Koi. How are we doing out there, cupcakes, on this overcast Monday morning? Crazy for Koi and Goldfish. I see you. Yes, give my do me a favour and congratulate my man Raphael and his son from Crazy for Koi and Goldfish. They've hit their 1,000 subscribers. Woohoo! Well, as you can see, I didn't get any more done yesterday because by the time I got home from Mars, I had a raging fucking headache. And yeah, the day just went sideways from there. So we're at the farm. I've already been and done one job. Got Rick's fry catching net back together because it was in 4 pieces. Now got new screws on the ends and brackets on the inside. If he breaks that, I'll slap him. How are you, Dave?
I'm all right, mate.
Good. You got water going?
Water's I've topped our pond up
Did you drop the filters?
in the brew tunnel. There's two in there very low. So when I've done that, top that up, I'm going to drop the filters. So leave that to me.
Fuck it needs it.
Leave that to me. I'll get on with it. But
All right.
Rick wants me to get all this out.
Yeah, I've got a spray debris to go on the hose for that.
Have you?
Yeah, I'll go and get it. Well, I'm in the waders. Next job. I mean, Rick's gone round with the cage net. I've now got to get in, put the drain in, start draining it, and then clear the blanket weed while it is draining, because this is full of blanket weed, and I've seen some nice fucking size fish in there as well. But yeah, let me spin you around. Yep. Drain. Got to go in down there, but before I do that, I'm going to go round and net up all this blanket weed first. The less I have to deal with, the better. So yeah, and get the pipe back in this one, because we're filling this one back up today, and this one. So yeah, come back to you in a bit. Here's Rick just going through the bucket that I've just got out of C1. There is some fish in there.
Yeah, no, I hit the feeder and took the bulk of them, all the bigger, stronger ones out.
Yeah.
Last week. This is what's left. You can see quite obvious now. At this size, we start grading them and
Yeah.
keeping the good ones, and we can market the rest we can. If not, good night.
Good night.
Fertiliser.
Fertiliser. It's something new you're trying, isn't it?
It seems criminal to cull them and then not do something with them. So they've been using them, putting them back in the fields in Japan for years as fertiliser. So I'm going to try this new pond fertiliser.
And how are you going to do that? Just by letting them
Fermented fish soup. It's grim.
is that the smell I could smell when I came in this morning?
No, that was by Sean and his maggot farm. Sean decided to try and, which was going really well until it rained the other day, and they were outside and they went everywhere.
Oh no.
So one of his harebrained schemes to save a few quid to buy a pint of maggots once a month when he wants to go perch fishing. He thought he'd do his own. So yeah, I've just caged up the show and grow ones.
The grow and show with the difference.
They are good, they're flying. So these were 200 and about 250. So that's mine and Lee's. And they came out on about day 3 of the orders. So they weren't the biggest, they weren't the smallest, they were just as they come.
Yep.
And of all the batches we've done, they look like they're going to be the best.
Yeah.
Again, it's just sod's law, isn't it? So I've literally got some of them out on the farm, but not even a proper pondful. And these ones.
Yeah.
So more than last year when I kept, but yeah, they're looking good. So we'll get them out.
In comparison to what you're seeing now from the Takana across Tamora.
The few good ones amongst these look really good, but
yeah,
again, it's that same old problem.
Going through so many just to get the odd one or two.
Yeah, there looks like more Sankeys amongst the Grand Show by a mile. Doesn't mean they're going to be better. The good ones of these probably will be better, but from those two ponds I've got. To put a finer point on it, yeah, we found out with the old lines of Sankeys, you get so many more pretty fish, but they just don't grow the same way. And then the moment we start using the Momentary parents, the good ones are much better.
Yeah.
But the number of good ones is so much lower.
A bit like you Shiro'd it.
Kind of a bit though. I mean, it's the same with them, isn't it? So, yeah, we've got to find our balance between numbers and quality. So, yeah, we'll go through these. At the minute they're in a cage there, they're looking quite well advanced and quite good. But don't forget there's 12 or 13 of the shooters from another pond that have gone in there. So obviously there'll be keepers that have already kept that will get kept again, but then
They're those ones you just wanted to see what they did, weren't they? Because they were.
No, they're shooters, so they're good fish from underneath all the 6 to 8 and coves that ate their mates. So they were already chunky, and that was the only pond of fish I'd ever similar size to put them with.
Yeah.
So we'll go through them. We'll have a quick look. Do these later. They're all right there. So we'll do a few of these on video, and I don't know if one of them
Go live.
go live with a few.
Yeah.
So yeah, bring these out in a bucket. We'll put them in some trays, split them, so people see. Yeah. So I'll have. I've got twice as many as everyone else because I've got these, plus the others. So yeah, I'll have more keepers, but we'll get a good idea. We'll get a good idea. Dave is doing Dave stuff.
Dave's doing black fry by the looks of it. You doing goshki?
Doing my head in, doing my eyes in.
Goshki. How do you do goshki with black fry?
Well, I was asking. You could have been boofing out keeping ones with black spines.
These are the bigger of the shearers that won't go for a certain mesh.
Right.
I reckon Ezra's probably 4 times faster than Dave.
Oh yeah,
He's pretty quick.
he's about 20 times younger than me though.
So at the minute, Dave very carefully put all my black fry in there. Which you won't see in there.
Quite a few red ones in there though.
No,
These are
some
all
of them are
speckled.
speckles.
Well, you know those fish, the fry that Susan lost because the fish jumped in the net. And when she said, when she sorted them out, because she took them from that. I am filming you. I was filming you. I could see part of your face.
All right, lovely.
Right, she sat there for a good hour or so. She picked out all the black ones and the ones with speckles, and within a few days, the ones with speckles had gone almost like a white colour or reddy colour.
I don't even know what fry you took.
They're ones we were grading out last Wednesday.
I don't know what we were doing last Wednesday.
Ginrin.
The Gimrin showers.
It was the Ginrin showers.
Yeah, so you'd have, anything with black speckles in was still, it's got sumi, so it'll be generally between Kindai shower and crappy Sanke, somewhere in that region.
Right.
But yeah, so with the heat series we do it. With the shearers not so much. The showers we do it to a point. They'll make patterned fish. You know you've got patterns.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, Dave's smoking me out.
Yeah.
He's baking me out.
Dave's always
vaping.
vaping.
Left in that bucket.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah.
Dave's always vaping us out, isn't he, Dave?
Oh yeah.
So this is mine and Ezra's handiwork. So this is all cold.
So is that all here at Surrey and Shower?
These are the showers, yeah. And shear, we've done and all sorts.
You did the DK Shiros, didn't you?
Yeah, well, the heat Surrey would have been eaten, they'd have gone in there and been eaten by these already because it's so much smaller.
Right.
So yeah, we've done. I want to have 10 ponds of black fry by the end of. I said that last week, I think. End of this week. So we're getting. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time I'm done 6. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah. So these tiny dead ones. And these are all from the heat series that are being killed.
Yeah.
Because the Shiros and whatever are bigger. But what I'm going to basically cull these and turn them into more fermentation. Just how it is.
Don't know unless you try, do you?
Because the bulk of these are from the Shiro series, which will be plain white,
Yep.
and the rest are from the Heat series, will be plain orange, or quality Benigod. So,
You love Benny Goy.
these move. yeah, everything in here. So that's black fry.
Yep.
That's black fry. This is all the rest of the Kinshower, Kikasui stuff.
Yeah.
So they're all orange base. Goshki now all in here.
Oh, that's got a funny colour.
Yeah, the Goshki pond went so green that we were going to lose them. So they all got moved into this one, which had been prepared for black fry.
Yeah. And what we got in this one?
Black fry.
Black fry.
So we've got Ginrin showers, Chiros,
Hitsuri.
No, I've got no Hitsuri in there. Hitsuri next door and outside.
Yep.
Yeah. You get them.
Your crossbeam's gone a bit bent.
Quality, mate. So yeah, this is just off the cage. So all the little ones I weren't the cool.
Yep.
So they ain't going to do nothing anyway.
Definitely some sizes in there, isn't there?
So,
They're definitely bigger than, well, a good chunk of them are definitely bigger than my ones, that's for sure.
but there should be people with fish this size already out there.
Yeah, I've got some that are around the middle sort of size you got there. So with this being your first selection, what are you going to be looking for?
I'm not going to be quite as hard as I normally would be because I've got to keep enough.
Yeah.
But straight away, it's just those that I've got. See the difference. So I'll take out my 12.
Oh.
So these, I already see the 12 that I took out from the shooters. That wasn't one of them.
Oh, are they from the tomato pond, are they?
Well, so I might not have them all because I only picked ones I recognise.
Big one there.
Yeah, he was one of them. Kept him because he's from the.
Jesus Christ, he is a chunk as well, isn't he?
That was one of them. I wanted to watch like Benny does. That one wouldn't be it. So they've got straight back on the feeder.
Yeah. Cool. I do like the pattern on that one.
Right, look at the pictures. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's probably as many as I'd have expected to have caught. So they can come out the way and go straight into the bucket for returns. So yeah, so this is what people should have. Less of them because there's more than 100 there because I've got 2 lots.
Yep.
So yeah, if I do the Kahakis first, maybe it's not rocket science, man. At this point, you are just picking out. Now that one there's that could be a bit special.
Oh yeah. Very quick little whippersnapper, isn't he? So at the moment you're just separating all the kahaku out, but when you start looking at the kahaku to make your picks, what is it you're going to be looking for?
Well, every single one of them has been picked. That's already that's that simple, mate. You've got proper patterns. As long as they ain't missing fins or body shape. That there's probably one of the best ones. See the steps of the patterns.
Yeah.
Look short and fat, but they've just come off a feeder, so.
I got one that looks like that. You've got a lovely 3-step pattern.
If it was being harder, that'd be a fish I probably wouldn't want to keep because it's sort of got the solid head pattern.
Yeah.
But as of now, and at the minute, so all the plain Shiramujis.
Yeah.
Right, it's got a tiny bit of red in it, not enough to dink with, so they'll all be coming straight out. Don't be fooled that that's a tancho. That's a Shiramuji with a tiny spot of red, no good for nothing. There is one tancho in our sing.
Yeah, I did see one.
There's one, that's tancho. So that's red. That's Benny on top of the head, not its skull.
Yeah.
All the Shiramuji coming out.
Yeah, I did that the other day, took out all the Shiramuji. But I did take out some of the Benigoi as well.
Yeah, at this stage, I'm not sure there's any in here doing it. That would have looked basically plain orange when it was smaller. It's actually got a pattern. Disappeared, how do you go? So when you flip that over, you can see that it's white. You see the white coming up the sides, white on the nose. So these all get kept. At this stage, so I'm really taking out stuff, a little bit of Benny on it, it's just no good. That's right on the cusp again, normally. So that's nice. I just can't do it. I'm not tight for space in there at the minute, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's not as critical as it would be for a bit later on. So you've got kahaku like that, obviously patterned, but obviously no good for what I want. So there'll be quite a few that have got spots of pattern. They're not going to develop anymore.
Yeah.
The harder ones are the ones that are more started out orange like these, that have got the white breaking.
Yeah.
They'll make some of your best fish, but they're some of the hardest to spot.
So some of the ones that are fully orange at a small size could end up breaking out into kahaku.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're not they look fully orange. Like that looks exactly the same as all the orange ones in there, but you flip that over, you can see the white underneath.
Yeah.
That's going to come up as a pattern, but it's got a solid head, so I wouldn't normally keep it. At this stage I will. That is solid orange. That is staying solid orange.
Yeah, you can see.
You can see it's just solid orange. That's just gone. Solid orange. That's again,
got,
see white underneath.
That's got white underneath.
And you'll get some sort of degree of pattern, but it's going to be too heavy.
Yeah. There it goes across there into the.
But these were this real faint sort of patterns. Can't be too hard. You've got to give these a chance.
Yeah.
So that will go. You get a chance. That obvious pattern, but it's all one-sided. No good. Solid orange. So we just get rid of all the kahakus first.
And your Shiramujis.
So that's got a real faint pattern. Again, it's just one sort of step. It's good enough. So we get a bit borderline. Got a 2-step pattern. But again, it's all on one side.
soon start to disappear, don't they? So now, after some that you put in there, I didn't think you'd have kept that one.
It's got enough of a pattern. It's a sort of fairly solid head, but there's some like these that are real wishy-washy at the minute. It's got quite a flowery pattern coming.
Yeah.
There you go. There you. Judging by this, it's probably about a 50-50 split we're going to have.
Yeah.
On the Kahaku side of it.
So with these coming from a Sanke spawning, is there the possibility of these developing some kind of sumi later on in life?
Possibility, but if it's not there, doesn't exist in them. Years ago we kept some Ginrin Kahakus from a Ginrin Sanke, so both parents were Ginrin Sankes. We kept some of the Ginrin Kahakus, grew them on, and knowing that they come from Sanke on both sides, we crossed them brother sister expecting to get Sankes, even though they were Kahakus, and all Kahakus. So yeah, I think just because they're from Sankes, they haven't got sumi in them. I wouldn't expect them to get, whether they might get more shimmies than normal Kahakus, I don't know. I don't even think they will. I think it's just they are Kahakus. They will stay Kahakus. They're not going to develop any sumi. And if you look at Sakai's bloodlines of their fish, their Kahaku and Sanke have been mixed back and forth for years. And it's Kahaku, it's Kahaku, it's Sanke, it's Sanke. There's no difference. Right, taking a little bit of freshening up.
They look quite good swimming around in there.
So that's the big ones that were
moved you down there.
So the winner of the event could come out of the Kahakus as easy as it can come from a Sanke.
Yeah.
In fact, it's probably easier to come from a Kahaku because it's easier to get a nice Kahaku than it is a good Sanke.
Trash. Now, why have you kept that?
And then I just flick in.
That.
Because it will have a red cap and a red saddle, and it will be all right. I'm not going mad. I'm literally
moved you down there. Two of them. Look.
Yeah, squirts like that, just gonna get eaten. They're not doing nothing.
You got Kahaku down here. They are all quite a uniform size as well.
So that's probably the easiest split. They're all rejected.
There's all your rejects.
And the average sizes, they're bigger than the Kahakus that are being kept.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you were going through here, there's probably 5 or 6 standout pieces that you'd keep. This one.
Yeah.
This three-step one, this flowery pattern one. There's a few that are just looking that much better quality.
Yeah.
Just get into some fresh water. This marathon-y type one.
Yeah. And this is where it gets harder.
At this stage, it's not really harder. It's again, you're just going to eliminate. So again, you're just looking basically strong, straight, free coloured fish. Don't worry too much about the sumi and pattern. Taking out all the, for me, solid orange and blacks, no good. That's got all three colours.
Will you then go through them again once you've done this split?
There'll be, yeah, but not. These will have another, what, 6 weeks growing now.
Before you then go
And
through
then
them
I'll go
again?
through them again and really go on to quality and what we're doing. Because at this age, they're so young, so much still to do.
Yeah.
I just want to take away the real no hopers. These black and orange ones looking like the biggest sort of coral.
And they'll be Akabekos, won't they?
Okay, yeah. So I'm just taking out the competition. I'll end up halving the fish and I'll keep putting the same food in.
So would you not keep any Beckos at all?
I won't. I might keep the odd Shiro Becco.
Why not an Aka?
Just not very good, are they? It's just not.
But how are you going to tell if you don't grow a couple?
Well, after 30 years of growing them, we've grown plenty.
But
Which is why I don't particularly like Shiro Beccos, to be honest. That's one of the big ones from the lot. So yeah, you don't want to get too hung up on, oh, it's got red fin or it's got too much. So this age, you're literally, if it's got the chance of having all three colours and it's nice and strong and straight, then it goes.
yeah.
Because we're not, it's not like we're crazy stuck for space. See, these Beccos, I wouldn't normally keep this many Shiro Beccos. You can see they're going to be Beccos, they've got no Benny on them. But they do seem to be a bit more popular again at the minute.
They have got popular again, haven't they?
Blame Ryan for that.
Nice three colours.
You've got some.
That does show some pattern.
Yeah, all of these you can start seeing.
Oh, nice tancho down there.
Some of the harder ones and some of the darker ones. So the sumi's covering a lot of that one's pattern,
Yeah.
but it's got all three
Colours visible.
It's not going to make a great fish, but
you also need to keep some like that because it's a new pairing, so you can watch what it does. I mean, You might say, oh, I'm not keeping all these Beckos because they're shit. Keep a couple and they turn out absolutely fucking phenomenal.
Right. But you tend to find, yeah, the Sankes will have, the Benny patterns aren't going to be great on a lot of them, but that's just Sanke, so you've got to keep what you can and hope the Sumi sort of balances up the patterns a bit more and the overall quality's there.
As they get bigger.
They get bigger.
There's a definite difference between shades of Benny though, isn't there? You've either got, it's really bright and vibrant, or it's pale and wishy-washy looking.
Yeah, it's only just starting. And again, you've got, same as the Kahakas, you've got fish coming from orange, and fish coming from white. So those two there, on top they look orange and black.
Yeah.
But one's actually a Sanke and one's just going to be an Akabeko. So
Akabeko.
So you keep that, dump that. So that's quite, almost looks like Shiratsuri. So to keep that just for the crack.
Where do you want that hose moved for it? It's filling that pond up.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Stick it into the next pond, middle left. But yeah, you see the bulk of the waste. We're getting down to this is almost all going into the waste bin.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a few amongst them. You just about make out Benny patterns. But yeah, there's a lot of Shiro Beckos. That one looks like a Tancho Sanke, it's not, that's just its head. See the brain through it. You've still got a watcher and that's going to be alright. That's what you're calling a wishy-washy Benny.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the best fish
You
in the
can,
tray.
yeah. And is that because the Benny hasn't fully developed yet?
No, it's not, it's just, that's got a great pattern coming, a nice balanced looking quality about it. So where the Sumi is on these now, that recedes, that will still have the same areas
Yeah,
when it's bigger.
when it comes back. Catch anything?
Georgie got something.
You're getting as bad as Dave.
You left in there then?
No, he's not them.
That's the ones
These
from
are the ground show ones.
Oh, right. Look right.
It's do when you put the good ones in the bowl and take all the shit out.
What's this, 200 of them?
There's 250 in there. We've got Lee's in there as well.
Now some will argue that there's three colours on some of them. Why haven't you taken them?
Because either the pattern's not good enough. Two colours and that was a Becco. You fish that out, it's got all three colours, but it's got no head
I was
pattern,
just about to
no
say.
head pattern, the sumi placement's not great. If it was a shower,
Yeah,
you might keep it, but
that's nice.
that's
In
again,
comparison,
so that's got
three
white
colours.
underneath, be heavy, but that's a little bit more potential. It's got a little bit on the head, a little bit on the body. Again, it's going to be very sparse, but it's so early. But yeah, it's easy. The obvious ones sort of almost pick themselves, don't they?
Yeah.
What I'll do in a minute. That one there is one of the best of the bunch. You're hiding away.
Big size difference between you though. See, would that one there make a good akabeko?
Might do.
Put it in, see how it
Give me
progresses
on the
then.
rest for 5 minutes.
Hey? No, it shouldn't be. I thought Dave had taken it out.
What?
The water.
No, it's out of there. It's out of there. It's the one on the left. The one up there, yeah.
So we're whittling them down. I mean, you got a bucket full there. The one below you's got three colours.
It's too small now, right?
I'd say that's it on that one.
So it's probably a 50-50 split, to be fair. So they're all the rejects.
There's all your rejects. Plus
Plus all those.
those down there. And these ones here are your keepers.
You've got fish like that just stand out.
Yeah, oh yeah. Where's your sieve? You look better when they're white. Oh, they fucking bang. Where have they all gone?
I just tied it up all over there.
Hang on a minute. Can you say that again?
I've been tidying up all my life, Vince.
Yeah, right. God. Fucking waders help me out. We've lost it now.
Yeah,
haven't
that sounds a bit cross-eyed, that one.
They're sort of some of the pick of the bunch. So me and Lee will be fighting over them.
Are they out yours, Rick?
These
Yeah.
are mine and Lee's, yeah.
So that's the best pick of the bunch.
But the beauty of it, there'll be fish in here that will surpass them, and some of them that's not.
Yeah. So just because they look good now doesn't mean they're going to look good in a couple of months' time.
No, that's part and parcel, isn't it?
And then that's the Kahaku keepers.
So I reckon that is a 50-50 split. Normally would be quite a lot harder than that.
Yeah.
There's probably half, normally on there we'd keep half of them and about half of them. But to keep this process a bit
Going.
more interesting and going.
So what have you gone for body,
Nope.
No, you don't even
pattern?
go
No.
down about it. You just literally
Literally.
Size?
3 colours.
Yeah.
Red, black and white. Unless you see an obvious body shape.
And there ain't, I mean, not being front, there isn't, they've all got straight tail tubes, straight heads. There's a couple of slightly short heads, but there is very few deformed ones. There's a few little winny, widgety that are just going to get eaten shortly.
Yeah.
They're not the ones to worry about. People go on about, you got to. Doesn't matter. They're not doing anything. It's these big ugly buggers. They're eating the
The
food.
Shiramujis and yeah.
This lot and that lot are consuming half the food that's going in that pond, creating half the waste and doing half the growth. Now these will eat all the food.
Yep.
And I'll get double the growth rate. Suddenly these should shoot on again. That's.
Now, do you want to put the kahakus in with the...
I was going to say, some nice little kahakus in there, isn't there? So when would you recommend us doing our selections? Now?
And they're this size. Once you're fishing what we class as 1 to 2 inch,
Yeah.
which is what these are, then you should be, but it depends on the temperature they've been kept at, the amount of sunlight.
And the amount of water you spill on your trousers.
You pissed yourself, Rick.
I often piss myself in the shower down the front. So yeah, put the carcass back in there.
There you go. And there is...
And suddenly when that pond, next time we look at that pond, it will just look so much better.
Yep. Red and white is all you're worried about.
Right.
Yeah, almost forget the sumi. You're just going for fish that have got, there's different body shapes. You could be really hard, that's got an amazing shape.
Yep.
But you're just not going to have the numbers of fish to go, oh well, otherwise you're going to keep one. Point
Yeah.
is learning and watching. So
Like this one's got... people would say that's like a short body.
it's just come off a feeder. It's not got the best back end to it, but again, everything's not set in stone yet.
So don't be so tough first couple of goes round.
All you're doing is taking out the ones that you know are just waste of space, aren't they? Everything in here has got some potential as a reasonable size fish.
Yeah.
And the few stand out. There'll be a couple in here that really stand out, like this kahaku really stands out, that kahaku. They could be the best, they could go to shit.
Yeah.
And your best could come from some of the others. Won't come from them, it will come from, fish like this real pale one here. You might find in 3 years that is the absolute best fish in the tray.
Yeah.
They're right at the start of their sort of lives. You can't be crazy, but you can be, and obviously if you're when we're doing a proper pond and I'm whittling down 10,000 to 1,000 or whatever, I can be that much harder.
Yeah.
With this process, we can just show people what they develop like, what they do. But yeah, this one is got good potential.
Yes.
Body does look quite short, but it's so fat at the minute, full of food. But actually, head and shoulders and backbone look quite good.
Mm-hmm. I like this one though.
But yeah, no, they look potential-wise. They look all right. There's a lot more keepers amongst these than we'll get out of the Tamora ones.
Out of the Tamora ones, out of the sea pond, that's for sure. So there we go, guys and girls. Rick's first Gaswad selection.
Welsh Dragons!
Yours that size yet?
Welsh Dragon
boy.
Sanke. Well, I've got some that are sort of like this sort of size.
Mine-
They're all around this sort of
The
size.
biggest ones of mine are probably about an inch, maybe a bit more than that.
Don't know what you're bloody playing at.
You've been getting plenty of food.
Put these.
They got to go back in there as well.
The thing is, there's going to be fish left in the pond as well.
Yep,
There'll be a few good ones and a few ugly buggers.
left in there.
But I literally just hit the feeder, which is where the bulk of the bigger ones were going to be. I think they were all there, to be fair. I think I've missed a lot. see you again next time.
See, I can't understand that one because there's not. You've only got a tiny, tiny touch of red on it.
Yeah, it's not looking great at the minute, but it's got multiple steps of pattern. It's got Sumi coming up. Why would you not? It's not like you're crazy for space. You want to learn from them. So that's an ideal one to watch. If it looks absolutely terrible, next time we see it, is it going to look terrible? Probably.
Like this little one as well. We're one side, not a lot of pattern, but it's all on one side.
But yeah, that's enough. The trouble is that I need enough fish in there to get on the feeder as well.
Yes.
That is probably almost not enough. It's an 8 foot by 8 foot by 4 foot deep pond, and that's not a lot of fish in it. So that's part of the parcel of, if you could just halve them 4 times a year, that'd probably be perfect.
Yeah.
And you'll get to the end of the year, so 250, 125, 65, 35. So you'd end up with 15 proper fish at the end of the year, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And you constantly keep them feeding and growing. If you haven't got enough, you just won't get them feeding properly.
So when is the lazy Welshman taking his fish on?
Knowing Lee, 1st of September, I expect. That's in a minute.
What's going to happen to these then? These just being pinned.
Fertiliser Dave. So there we go, guys. We've just finished the live. Rick's emptied out some of his mega Munger Tunnel Pond 1 because it was looking a bit thick, and there is some absolutely amazing fish. These saggies and the Gimwin cheeky monkeys are just popping. Absolutely popping. And there's more in that pond over there, which is a bit murky, so if you want to see what we selected through, you're going to have to go back and watch the live. Anyway, I'll pick you back up in a bit. Well, my little crew birds, that's me back home now, and after Ricardo going through his, I think I might go through mine again. There's definitely a couple of white ones in there that can definitely come out. Looking at them again. Let me spin around, just give you a quick squeeze. There you go, quick squeeze. Some new Saracenas. Yeah, I think it might be time to release a good chunk of these into the tank itself. So yeah. So on that note, without a further ado, a Scooby-Doo, a Doggy-Doo, and a big pack pile testicles. I am really gutted I didn't get to meet the man, the myth, the legend, Perky, this weekend, but he will be on the live this Saturday, so don't you worry, man bun and all, we will be there. But as always, guys and girls, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and all that schmizzle. I've been Twisted Koi. You lot out there, you know you're great, and providing the weather is with us, we will get part 2 of the measuring up, because I'm going to have to get Betty into the big bowl because she's just come past the window and it looks like she's scuffed the underside of her gill plate, so I'm not fucking amused. I really do need to get this fucking drum up and running so that my pond is right. But don't forget, guys, we will see you tomorrow, providing the weather's alright. If not, we will definitely see you Wednesday back at the farm.
That's all, cupcakes.
Yes, makes it all worth it.